I'd like to start the public session. I have one person signed up to speak. I ask when you come up to speak, just state your name and address at the podium and try to keep your comments to under 5 minutes. One person is signed up to speak, and that's Phil MacArthur.
Thank you. Phil MacArthur. I live at 60 West Schuyler in the 1st Ward. I'm one of the founding members of the Oswego Tree Stewards. And the Tree Stewards consist of about 15 people, some of us retired, some not, who provide over 400 volunteer hours to the city caring for city trees. We provide the services generally to smaller trees, the smaller jobs that the city doesn't have the funding or the manpower to do themselves. The city takes care of the big jobs, and we do the little stuff. About 7 years ago, the City Council approved a tree ordinance. We established a tree advisory commission, and we have these active tree stewards, and those allowed us to become a member of Tree City USA, which we're quite proud of. If you drive the length of Van Buren, Seneca, Erie, Mohawk, Albany, and this year Church and Niagara Streets, you will see trees that are well cared for. The deadwood's pruned out, the codominant leaders are taken care of. We trim away girdling roots and take care of other health problems that together help make this a somewhat prettier city. June's going to pass out copies of the tree ordinance because it's probably one of those pieces of boilerplate that you may not have gotten around to reading lately and may not know what it covers. But it provides fairly broad protection for our city trees. Quite often in cities, trees get taken down because they interfere with sidewalks, they interfere with sewer lines, they interfere with people who don't like raking leaves, even, as one of the reasons given for taking down a tree. There are very few, in fact, there's almost no good reason to take down a healthy tree in a city. But our ordinance provides for some mitigation. If a healthy tree has to come down, we require that it be replaced inch for inch with new trees. So, for instance, if a 24-inch diameter tree has to come down, that would require the owner of the property to replace that with 12 new 2-inch diameter trees at the city's, for the city's disposal to plant where they see fit. All this is in an effort to establish a solid tree canopy, which any great city really needs. We have several assets here that people in Skaneateles or Ithaca would love to have, and that's our canal, our river, and our lake. And we have an opportunity here as a tree city to make the city even more beautiful than it already is by establishing, one thing we should look at is a truly aggressive tree planting policy. I'm talking about planting 2 or 3 times as many trees as we take down, perhaps 200, 300, 400 trees a year to establish a solid tree canopy, which has many, many benefits. Every tree, Cornell University tells us that a mature tree, like a mature maple or oak, returns $400 a year in direct environmental services, stormwater runoff, air cleaning, air cooling, and so on. So over a 100-year life, that means every tree is returning $400,000 in direct environmental services. Trees are a really good investment. I hope you'll read through the tree ordinance, and because it's you, the city councilors, who are the ultimate standing between a healthy tree and having a healthy tree come down for what usually turns out to be a pretty weak reason. Thank you very much.
Would anyone else like to address the Common Council during public session? Seeing none, I will adjourn public session and regular meeting starts at 7:30. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk, please call the roll.
His Honor the Mayor,
Here.
Councilor Reynolds,
Here.
Councilor McLaughlin, Councilor Emmons,
Here.
Councilor Walker,
Here.
Councilor Gozick,
Here.
Councilor Van Buren,
Here.
Councilor Corodino,
Here.
all present, Your Honor.
Thank you. Under the mayor's report, there are a few items. First item is Rich Henry was a tree steward who had passed away quite some time ago. Now that it's spring, we'd like to have a tree planting memorial in his honor that's scheduled for Friday, April 28th at 10 a.m. at Shapiro Park. I'll be there, and would encourage any folks who maybe knew Rich or are supportive of the tree stewards to show up and attend. I also have a proclamation to read that I'll present to June and Phil and any other members of the tree stewards who are here today in celebration of Arbor Day, April 28th, 2017. Whereas in 1872, a holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the world, and whereas trees reduce erosion of topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife, and whereas trees are a renewable resource providing paper, wood for construction, and fuel for our fires, and whereas trees increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community, now therefore I, William J. Barlow Jr., Mayor of the City of Oswego, New York, do hereby proclaim April 28, 2017 as Arbor Day in the City of Oswego, and I urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day by nurturing and protecting Oswego's trees and woodlands. And further, I urge all citizens to plant trees in the City of Oswego to gladden the heart, reduce our carbon footprint, and promote the health and well-being of our community during our lifetime and for future generations. April 24, 2017. I'll ask Councilor Reynolds and member of the tree stewards to come up, and we'll have a photo.
Let's wait until they walk in. Good. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Go.
So under the mayor's report, Mercedes Neese from the Lighthouse project is here, and she's going to provide the Common Council with an update on the progress with the Lighthouse.
Thank you and good evening. Thank you to the mayor for inviting me, and to the council, thank you so much. You've been provided a report. Let's see, I'm supposed to do something, technology. Okay. Mike, how am I doing? The other mic. There's a lot of mics around. Okay, very good. So you've been provided with a restoration report, which we agreed to do when we took on the lease with the City of Oswego, the H. Lee White Maritime Museum, I mean. And so you've been given that, but we wanted to, so you can study it and whatever. But if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer it. But I would like to go over a little bit of additional fluff, I guess I'll call it, because it's the fun stuff. First off, let's see here. Thank you. Do you want, can everybody see everything? Okay, good. Thank you. Oh, great. Okay, so the H. Lee White Maritime Museum was successful in opening the Lighthouse for the first time ever to public tours for the 2016 summer season. We started, I don't know why, we started during Harbor Fest weekend. That's how quickly we could get the boat ready, because we had a lot of things to work on. But this is the first group of people that went out. One of them is actually from England, and he and his family, his wife is here as a visiting professor, and so we had a few folks from out of town. And then the U.S. Lighthouse Society came on a bus trip as well. I don't know if you can read the numbers underneath, but we had about 285 paying visitors and over 400 total visitors, because we had quite a few folks. Some of you have gone out, and those who have not, we welcome you to come out again this summer. We were open to the public 20 days, and we had about 2,200 volunteer hours, and actually some of those volunteers are right in our audience tonight. And I'm going to, you can wave or stand up or whatever. Just do this. Yes, there they are. Thank you very much. So we're very fortunate because we couldn't do it without the volunteers who dedicate a lot of their time to be there. Let's see here. So next, we continue to promote the Lighthouse as a regional destination. And this is our continued partnership. We're partnering with Oswego Expeditions this year to offer the Lighthouse Challenge as a bus trip. And so we're very excited to do that August 4th through 6th this year. This has allowed us to have other partnerships as well with the Coast Guard, the U.S. Lighthouse Society, Seaway Trail, and actually the Canal Corporation, which has over 200 lights actually along the canal. They're kind of like small lights, and not as nice as our lighthouse out here, but they are there, and they serve the purpose of aid to navigation. And of course, you see Ted's there with his uniform. He couldn't be here this time of year. He did come, he and his wife Jo did come for a visit, but they had to leave early, but he'll be back for the Lighthouse Challenge, so that'll be very nice. The other thing is this year we are going to be, thanks to Pathfinder Bank, we will be installing new lighthouse exhibits in the H. Lee White Maritime Museum. So reinterpreting our lighthouse history, which actually consists of 4 lighthouses, which the first one was 1822. And that'll better educate the community at the museum, but also at the lighthouse itself. And these are some of the panels which our curator, Michael Pittavino, who's right here, there he is, worked very hard on and will continue to work on. So we've done a lot of outreach locally, regionally, and we have been at the boat show. We've also will have representation at the New York State Fair. I'll be coordinating other maritime organizations for a booth that'll be affiliated with the New York Sea Grant program. So we continue to not only promote locally, but also throughout central New York and New York State. We will have, Michael wrote this grant as well, courtesy of the Pomeroy Foundation. This is not the actual plaque because we don't have it yet, but we applied for the National Register plaque to be put on the Lighthouse, which is a National Register of Historic Places site. And it actually will be a square. It won't be quite so huge like this kind of sign that you'll see on the side of the road. But we're very fortunate that the Pomeroy Foundation was willing to fund us for that. They also funded a plaque for our derrick boat, which is also a National Register site. And we continue partnerships. We're a small organization, and we can't do what we do without continuing to partner and reach out. So we will have our second official waterfront open house on May 20th, Saturday, May 20th. And we'll kick off the season. We do hope, weather permitting, that there will be some kayaking available, dragon boat demonstrations, and hopefully a ride to the Lighthouse for folks as well. Might be a little cold, but there's some brave folks around. And you can see some of the people that, or organizations that'll be involved will be not only the Coast Guard Auxiliary, Oswego Expeditions, the U.S. Power Squadron, Dragon Boat Club, the Sodus Bay Maritime Captains Association, and the Oswego Fire and Police Department. And the education piece to that is really to talk about boating safety and while having fun on the water. And of course, public-private partnerships with the City of Oswego. There's some people you might recognize in this picture. We're working with area captains to make the Lighthouse accessible. And this is the old Caho, which is now owned by Captain Dwayne Morton. And it's now called the Del More, and it helps us be able to take more than 6 people out at a time. So we had a very nice day to go out there and see the lighthouse. So the future, 2017 and beyond, a look at the future. So we'll continue to work closely with the city. We've had a meeting with Justin Rudgick and the mayor a week or 2 ago, and talking about the $100,000 that Assemblyman Barkley had earmarked for the lighthouse restoration and how that's moving forward. A lot of paperwork, as you all know. And so people keep saying, when is that going to happen? But it's going to happen. Right, Mayor? We're going to happen. And we'll continue to work closely with that because we will still be working inside as well, and as well as with the painting of the exterior. There's quite a bit of repair that needs to be done to prepare it for any kind of paint that needs to go on it. We will continue the Lighthouse boat tours, and they'll officially start in June on the 23rd and 24th, as well as the preseason event. And the H. Lee White Maritime Museum is committed to investing our time, our resources, our volunteers, and funds. We will manage the volunteers for the tours and also for the continued work. And then beyond that, there'll be maintenance. We'll continue to provide our staff for research, education, and oversight. And we will continue to provide our resources, which is an extensive network of professional relationships that we have throughout New York State and actually nationally. And we have the board, at the last board meeting, agreed to purchase a new motor. We had gotten the pontoon boat donated. We received the motor that went with the donation. Pretty rough. We tried to keep it going, but rubber bands just, weren't enough. So we've bit the bullet and purchased a rather pricey motor. So we hope that you will continue to believe in us, and will continue to support our commitment to this project over the next many years. And does anyone have any questions or comments? And Sean, since you're going to be off the council, now you can come and take a trip out. We would love to have you and your daughter and family.
I think Mercedes, I know I speak for myself, I speak for the Common Council. We applaud the work you and the volunteers do. Please let us know how we can be helpful moving forward. We, of course, have a great relationship, and if I could just ask for a round of applause for you and the volunteers for the good work you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That'll wrap up the mayor's report, unless any common councilors have anything to add. Mr. Gozik.
Yeah, I just wanted to commend DPW Commissioner Tom Kells and the DPW workers that have been out there in force last couple of weeks. They've really made an impression on me. I've seen them out there with the new shifts they're on. I know everyone's not entirely happy with change, but nonetheless, I just wanted to commend you guys been phenomenal. I've seen you out. Everyone's been talking about it. And I've been fixing up my yard quicker just so I can get more leaves out there and branches out because you guys have been great. So I just wanted to thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Clerk, please call Resolution 135.
Is to approve minutes of the Common Council meeting held April 10th, 2017.
Counselor Reynolds, Counselor Goza. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Corradino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
Resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 136.
Is to appoint Commissioner of Deeds.
Counselor McLaughlin, Counselor Reynolds. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Corradino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 137.
Is to approve use of public space, Camelot Lodge, owner of commercial property located at 197 to 203 West First Street, in order to install a portico.
Counselor Emmons, Counselor Goza. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Corradino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 138.
Is to approve use of public space, Rent-A-Ride Properties, owner of commercial property located at 211 West Seneca Street, in order to display vehicles for sale.
Counselor Reynolds, Counselor Corradino. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Corradino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 139.
Is to approve use of public space, Tom Millar, owner of commercial property located at 17 West Cayuga Street, in order to allow for cafe tables and seating.
Counselor Reynolds, Counselor Van Buren. Any comments? Counselor Van Buren.
Thank you, Your Honor. The council and I have had a chance to review some of the documents more in depth, and upon further review of the loan and the possible restructuring, we're going to support the efforts of community development and what they do to try and get the loan involved. So I believe the council has agreed to vote this topic down.
Any other comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
No.
Counselor Emmons?
No.
Counselor Walker?
No.
Counselor Gozick?
No.
Counselor Van Buren?
No.
Counselor Corradino?
No.
Counselor Reynolds?
No.
The resolution fails, 0-7.
Clerk, please call Resolution 140.
Is to approve use of public space, Tom Millar, owner of commercial property located at 17 West Cayuga Street, in order to install an emergency exit.
Counselor Van Buren, Counselor Reynolds. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
No.
Counselor Emmons?
No.
Counselor Walker?
No.
Counselor Gozick?
No.
Counselor Van Buren?
No.
Counselor Corradino?
No.
Counselor Reynolds?
No.
The resolution fails, 0-7.
Clerk, please call Resolution 141.
It was to approve use of public space, Oswego Rental Properties, owner of property located at 112 East 8th Street, in order to install a two-car parking area.
Counselor Reynolds, Counselor Walker. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Corradino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 142.
It was to approve use of Veterans Park by the Veterans Council of Oswego in order to host their annual Memorial Day observance to be held Monday, May 29th, 2017.
Counselor Emmons, Counselor Reynolds. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Corradino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 143.
Is to approve use of Brightback Park for a break-a-thon fundraiser to benefit the Oswego Bookmobile to be held Sunday, May 7th, 2017.
Counselor Van Buren, Counselor Reynolds. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Corradino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 144.
Is to approve use of Brightback Park for an outdoor day public fun run to be held Saturday, May 20th, 2017.
Counselor Reynolds, Counselor Gozick. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
yes,
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 145.
Is to approve use of Brightback Park for a wedding reception to be held Saturday, June 3rd, 2017.
Counselor Reynolds, Counselor Walker. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
yes,
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 146.
Is to grant permission to the Greater Oswego Fulton Chamber of Commerce to hold their annual farmers market on Thursday evenings beginning May 25th, 2017.
Counselor Gozick, Counselor Reynolds. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
yes,
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 147.
Is to grant permission to the Greater Oswego Fulton Chamber of Commerce to use the bandstand for Jazz Fest to be held August 11th through the 12th, 2017.
Counselor Cordino, Counselor Van Buren. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Hold on.
Emily.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Counselor Van Buren.
I believe the Jazz Fest isn't associated with the Greater Fulton Chamber of Commerce anymore, so I just want to make sure that we grant permission to the right entity and not lump them in. I just want to make sure that that's the case. So just-
Mayor, that is accurate. They
It
have
is.
they are their own independent organization.
Jazz Fest is separate from the chamber.
Right, they're now acting independently, so just make sure we cover that. So I'll make a motion to amend.
Get a second.
Second.
Will clerk please call the roll to amend?
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes, to amend.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes to amend.
Counselor Reynolds?
yes to amend,
Okay.
Clerk, please call Resolution 147 as amended.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
yes,
The amendment passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 148.
Is to approve road closures for the 31st Annual Layton School Triathlon to be held Saturday, May 20th, 2017.
Counselor Reynolds, Counselor Emmons. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
yes,
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 149.
Is to approve road closure for the Beemelmans Festival to be held at Fort Ontario on Saturday, May 20th, 2017.
Counselor Gozick, Counselor Reynolds. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
yes,
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 150.
Is to approve amusement license for the 2017 racing events at the Oswego Speedway.
Counselor Walker, Counselor McLaughlin. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
yes,
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 151.
Is to authorize the mayor to sign change order number HC1 with J&A Mechanical for project modifications to the East Side Wastewater Treatment Plant Dechlorinization System Upgrade Project.
Counselor McLaughlin, Counselor Cordino. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 152.
Is to authorize the mayor to enter into a 4-year agreement with the Service Employees International Union Local 200, effective January 1st, 2017.
Counselor McLaughlin, Counselor Van Buren. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 153.
Is to approve bids submitted by Crisafulli Trucking for the demolition of 268 West Fifth Street.
Counselor Gozick, Counselor Reynolds. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 154.
Is to approve transfer of funds from within the fire department.
Counselor Reynolds, Counselor Cordino. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 155.
Is to approve attendance at the Water Operator Training DOH Workshop to be held May 12, 2017, in Cortland, New York, regarding the request of Thomas Kells, Commissioner of Public Works.
Counselor McLaughlin, Counselor Walker. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 156.
Is to approve attendance at the Humane Society training course to be held April 27, 2017 in Rochester, New York, regarding the request of Carolyn Anderson, Animal Control Officer.
Counselor Reynolds, Counselor Van Buren. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 157.
Is a motion to rescind Resolution Number 124 dated April 12, 2017.
Counselor Emmons, Counselor Reynolds. Resolution 124 was the resolution that passed renewing the one-year maintenance agreement with Step One Creative for the website. In that resolution was a clerical error that brought us from April 1st to 2017 to March 31st, 2017. The 2017 was a clerical error. So we're going to rescind that resolution. Resolution 158 is the real agreement that takes us from April 1st, 2017 to March 31st, 2018. Any questions, comments from the councilors on 157? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 158.
Is to authorize mayor to execute a one-year agreement with Step One Creative for website maintenance.
Counselor Gozick, Counselor Emmons. Any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Counselor Emmons?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gozick?
Yes.
Counselor Van Buren?
Yes.
Counselor Cordino?
Yes.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 159.
Is to waive rules of the Common Council to present Resolution Number 160 from the floor without committee consideration.
Counselor Emmons, Counselor Van Buren. There's a little time sensitivity behind the next resolution. The next resolution is regarding Route 48, the Emergency Slope Stabilization Project. What that resolution will do is authorize the city to essentially front the money for the right-of-way for where the new road will be. We have to front the money, but the money is provided in the state budget. Any questions, comments from the council? Clerk, please call Resolution 159.
Councilor-
Clerk, please call the roll. I'm sorry.
Councilor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Councilor Emmons?
Yes.
Councilor Walker?
Yes.
Councilor Gozick?
Yes.
Councilor Van Buren?
Yes.
Councilor Cordino?
Yes.
Councilor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Clerk, please call Resolution 160.
Is to authorize mayor to execute all documents necessary to appropriate funds for the Route 48 Emergency Slope Stabilization and Highway Repairs Project right-of-way work.
Councilor Cordino, Councilor Emmons. Comments? Councilor Cordino.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to remind everybody that we are authorizing payment for this now, but the actual work doesn't start until August. It's August to approximately November 1st. So we still have the road open one way going south, but after it closes in August sometime, it will be closed until the project is completed. So there will be extra traffic in that area. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Any other comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Councilor Emmons?
Yes.
Councilor Walker?
Yes.
Councilor Gozick?
Yes.
Councilor Van Buren?
Yes.
Councilor Cordino?
Yes.
Councilor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
We have a motion to adjourn. Councilor Emmons, Councilor Walker. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilor McLaughlin?
Yes.
Councilor Emmons?
Yes.
Councilor Walker? Councilor Gozick?
Yes.
Councilor Van Buren?
Yes.
Councilor Cordino?
Yes.
Councilor Reynolds?
Yes.
The resolution passes 7-0.
Meeting is adjourned.
Perfect.